I would have picked different maps personally if I was left.
But
I mean, I wouldn't have picked
both
different
had
maps
the
yet.
expectation the other wanted to play it, so they left it to this
Okay,
third and
raid
final
boss
map.
for
This is the best
Aspas.
map, arguably.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say it was
side
that
of time.
close. I would lean more to a 65-35 really.
It's going to be the attack side.
But I like your.
This is where you have high expectations.
Like your brace
From the
belief.
side of Leviathan, they can lock off so many angles, create awkward
With these maps,
positions
I would probably give you that. With these maps, I would
their
say you're probably
utility
right.
already.
Overall
Sweaty
matchup.
lineup.
Oh, there goes the net. It's landing in a spot.
Yeah,
with
Oma
no
flash over
player
towards
saved
here.
from
We've got 2
Paranoia.
people on short.
Closer angles being held.
3
by
on
Trace
site. It's
on the
looking
around the
looking
door.
alright
Up
for
top,
Trace.
Kai goes in for one,
I can
but
see
doesn't
Lev
find it.
cancelling.
That's okay. He'll fall back to the site and the rotate's underway from Bianca, but take a look at Leviathan. They're going elsewhere.
Yeah, and
The
we gotta
read is made
look
by
at
Trace.
Bianca as well.
I don't know
Like
if they're gonna
the
get here quite in
recon's
time,
pretty
though.
important.
And in fact,
Oh, this
double.
was nice.
It's a
We
double
break the
fake.
turret over towards here. We create
Yeah, they've
pressure,
now locked
kind
them
of.
off on
Knife
short
goes
as
into
well.
clear
They
short.
placed down the
Recon goes
barrier,
into
so
clear
it,
B.
obviously, kind of it
they have no
may have
idea.
run out at that
Like
point,
where
but there's still
can they
very little
actually
information.
be?
The only thing that worries
Like
me
this
a
for
bit
Lev. Everyone goes back to 8. I
is
mean,
how
they're gonna
much
have
time it's
trouble
actually
getting
gonna
out
take
because
them
no
to get round
dash.
to this position. Still a pot flash available for Hebe and a couple of shock darts, but those are not going to be.
Yeah, so they use the
anywhere
cage to
near
get
this
out. It was
fight.
really cool.
Recons and smokes, angles sectioned off. They know the backside is under their control, but down below, still one lurking. It's Law King for the double, and he's eventually shut down. But the damage is done. The drop though from Hebe that gives a chance back to Leviathan.
Oh,
they need to plant.
nice dodge
10
of the shock
seconds
here.
on the clock. And the shock dart, they're not quite landing for the damage. King safe from the reveal. That's a blind side.
Yeah,
and
nicely
a
done.
win
Real
for
calm on it. Shout out to
Leviathan, and the
Aspas.
pistol
Aspas did really good.
1-0.
Honestly, shout out to the reaction
Yeah, there was
of
no
Trace. Not too bad.
expectation
Like the
that there was
smoke
gonna be a
off
player
site
up
just
in
so they can
heaven
heavy
that
hold
dart,
under.
even in hand,
Wait
but
for the
just
rest of your team.
fired
It was pretty cool.
on the other side.
Finally getting a
Because
pistol.
of that, it doesn't actually reveal. They're expecting players down below. This seems to happen in almost every pistol where there's a player over on the Trace side who looks like they're dead to rights. Like maybe they get one kill and they still come
Maybe
out with a
maybe
little
kind
bit
of
more.
overheated.
This time, Aspas is able to match them on it. The first pistol.
They have
that goes
maybe
the way of
kind of sent it a
Leviathan.
little bit too much there.
The exact
In
start
terms
they
of
were looking
pistols, we've
for
got a
coming into the
4-1.
final map.
Now round 2. A different buy to what we've seen from Trace every time they've won the pistol. There's been heavy investments. And for
The
Leviathan,
slow
they've
crawl
gone
around the
for
corner.
2 rifles, an SMG,
What do they
and
buy?
2
Nothing
pistols.
in terms
So
of the
there's quite a
classics?
bit
Alright, 2
of
deaths
room
allowed here.
for error. The margin is wide this time. Some players spotted getting a little bit aggro on
You missed
A.
2 maps,
The
dude.
drone goes through.
Honestly, I nearly
Broken.
missed 2 maps.
Hey, Bay. Before it can find too much information. And denied even the ability to clear out one.
Even with Bacon trying to
Honestly,
ring
Leviathan
and wake me up.
give up this angle and fall back towards middle.
Wait, did all the streamers have a rough time today?
Nothing but
TMV didn't wake
utility
up.
rounds
I didn't wake up.
for the defense. So
Tarek's
you kind
we're
of
saying that
expect
Tarek
no
streams
kills, but
down.
They are stacking up in a manner that could cause issues. They're giving no information
Going on
away,
today?
only the turret for contact.
Ardis woke up
Everything else
early. Yeah, but Ardis is the goat,
reliant
man. That's
on
the
if They
issue.
can get anything from this crossfire. The thing is,
Ardis
you
is just
expect
the goat. He's just
there
reliable.
to be some counter utility. Paranoia is
No, he's
solid.
gonna be there.
It did catch one. Okay, that's not bad. At least a kill going their way. In fact, the second is
Oh,
there
nice
as
shots,
well.
man.
Aspas, though, puts a pin in it. He's going to try and deny anything more, and even still, they managed a third kill.
2 versus 2, not a bad situation.
Yeah, they did
for Trace
really
to
good
find themselves
damage-wise.
in, but the door closed,
Whoa,
blocks
they
out
did
a
really
player.
good.
Kai
Full
up in
stop,
heaven,
no matter
not
what.
even punished for the kill.
Whoa.
Now Calm's
Whoa.
surrounded, and he can only get one. It's classics.
It's
They might
actually
not
5
win
classics.
The pistol, but they sure as hell win the second.
It's actually
pistol.
5
The
classics.
follow-up.
They bought nothing.
That's ridiculous.
They literally didn't buy anything. How have they
Husk,
managed
thank
to
you so much, man.
I
Husk
thought
with
the
the tier
moment
1,
that
thank
Aspas
you.
got 3
Oh
kills,
boy.
It's over now. It's over now. And then
Got,
Kai just
we got a
walks
game.
out and just manages
The
to
fast
get a
pistol,
free
they
kill
win,
on
they
Tim,
lose to an
blindsided.
eco? No
This is-
way.
I don't know. This has to be one of the most embarrassing rounds I think Lev have lost in a long time. It was just classics.
They
1
have
to
the
1.
information at times. Even here, Feng Feng opened the door. They know.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
there
the-
we go. Let the rage
This
continue.
guy on default didn't.
That's a devastating loss.
Aspas has jet knives.
Well, this is
Yeah.
That he buys heavy armor on top of it. They got a stinger.
Started.
They have hardly anything into it.
For Aspas,
And
which is
Trace
insane,
early
by
getting
the
the
way.
Odin
To
out.
have a
Odin
Blade
and
Storm
op.
when you won one round
So
and
Lev
lost
need
a
to
round,
try and do some
like,
kind of
it's
damage with
just
Aspas's.
nuts. It shows that he's
so.
still been carrying his weight. The rest of the buy stinks. And look at the other side. Look how much they have.
Yeah, but look at the research that they've done. You see the positionings they're holding. Nice shot, man. The positioning they're holding as well. Like they know what's happening.
From Raze to
They know what's
Killjoy.
coming.
It's the switch up of duelists, but both seem comfortable in their alternate roles. I will say, I'm quite excited to see Kai on the duelist because he has looked filthy playing over in China.
The
net, yeah, I think the net went on the roof. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Eventually, but it's being cleaned up across the board. Just the
Hey,
one
very
loss.
good, man. Just the one gun.
Gorgeous start to this.
Don't even need to
third
rebuy
map
armor here.
for Trace. And I have to say, you can see already that they have the ideas. They sort of knew what Leviathan were going to
Trace
go
good.
for there.
Trace have an
Way
incredible
back,
bind
so
in
the
Ascent.
paranoia didn't
Straight
catch him, and then he's able to quickly
They got their two
execute
best
on
monsters.
Aspas, who was dashing in to try and catch him off guard. But there was no one caught off guard on the side of Trace, and the Blade Storm falls flat.
That is the cool thing with the idea, though, from Leviathan, is a lot of the time they combine that paranoia with a net in the exact
Their Lotus
position
is better?
that
Oh,
they're
really,
trying to
Sam?
hold from. It's just further back. So it's definitely...
They
there
got
is
a
plan.
solid map order.
That time wasn't put into play. But there is now a purchase backup. Now, information is known from either side. King is throwing down smokes in middle, giving space to others. In the meantime, something we're going to see quite regularly, I'd imagine, is this B push from Kai. He loves to take deep control, and it allows for them to have much earlier rotations. Hebei, though, has to escape.
Yeah, it just gets out of there. I'm telling you, they've definitely done their homework here, Trace. They're on top of everything that's going down.
Orb gifted to Calm, now just one away from a Hunter's Fury. Big round for Leviathan, and they're on the rotate. Looks like they'll attempt to get some space with Tex later on, and well, his timing is going to be key. If Kai swings into him, he might have a chance. If he swings into Kai, I don't believe he will, and with a trap in hand, it got dangerous.
No way, that's
He
sick.
trapped him.
That's actually brilliant.
That was sick.
He was like, okay, what's the chance of
Yeah,
someone just
here we
holding
go.
on the
There's the
edge of my
info.
trip? I'll put it down just slightly deeper and take the other one back. Clever
We've got
stuff.
3
The
people
problem
on
is,
site.
Look at the stack. There's still 3
We've
players
got no
here.
dash anymore to get
It's
through
only
door.
that one operator on the defense, but they start rotating away. They start pulling back. It will leave just 2 here to hold, and in fact, make that just 1. Well, King, the same as the pistol, needs
Looking's
to
gonna
go
do a
big.
lot here, man.
The
But
rotation.
the
has
smoke
come through
gives them
from
so
above.
much
It's going
space.
to be an all-out brawl. Aspas, King combining.
Yeah, I mean,
and
Aspas is doing
again,
unreal stuff on
leaving
site.
Kai, well, to save.
Felt a little bit
Yeah,
similar
I
to the
don't think
pistol,
he's
honestly.
going to want to risk this operator, is he? 4 players left alive for Leviathan. They don't
And
have a
money-wise,
sense that he's
everyone's gonna
saving
have a lot
just
of
yet,
money.
but they
Like
will
this is great
eventually.
for them. 3K for
I'm
everyone
not sure,
surviving.
you know, he got revealed and he had the op in hand. It just depends if someone was staring him down and got to see that big gun in play. But he hasn't had a chance
Vito,
to
do you
flex it just
ban
yet.
your
No one's
team's worst
stepping
map
into
or
his
the
crosshair.
opponent's worst map? It depends, man.
Leviathan,
It's like
right
completely
back
dependent on the
horse,
team.
tying it up
Teams are
2-2
getting a lot
and
better
after
at it, like map
pretty
veto-wise, I would
horrible
say
way to
these days,
start out the half.
where they can kind of
They at
judge
least
the other
got
team's
themselves a
maps a
little
little
bit
bit
of
better. But
momentum
obviously,
stolen
if
from
you have a
Trace.
perma
Problem
veto,
is, because
like
of
you
that
have a map
rough
that you just
start,
don't play, then you
Trace
got to
will
get
be
rid of that.
buying right back up.
Silas,
I do think
42,
it's
thanks so much for the
just a read.
prime.
Like, if
Appreciate
you've
the 11
watched
months.
Trace play this before, if you've seen Kai play before, he's a big fan of the sniper. Like you'll be excited because there's high potential. He pulls out the outlaw on the attack. Like he loves just going for those mid fights. I even saw them have a second round buy, which was a double outlaw attack.
Ideally,
and then
you
had
ban the
some
enemy's best map. Yeah.
SMGs alongside it, just to sort of pad
That's kind of
the
like
gap.
the
But I think that
luxury
is
of
just
a couple of
guys
teams at
over
the
on
moment that have
Leviathan
7
doing
map
their
pools.
research, knowing that he likes to push feet,
There's
knowing
not that
he
many
likes
in
to
this
take that
tournament, to
control
be honest.
and just force them back. And
Genji,
even though they
Fnatic.
did manage to get the players back in position
Who
to
else
fight
doesn't
it,
have a perma veto?
they were too far forward. They forced them into a box and then put them
There's
up
a few that
against
have like
the
2 that they
bodyguard of
pick
Aspas.
between sometimes.
So it's now 8-2.
Well,
G2, nah,
there's
G2
the
ban
shining
Sunset.
through eventually.
That's
Text
a
going to fall
really important
right
pick
off
here,
rip.
man.
Dodging the initial spam, Hunter's Fury sent through, reveal, decent. Not able to track Hebei though. The pulses ultimately
Yeah, and we got
falling flat
the-
from that ultimate. Kai not able to land the shot either. The cloud burst offering a little bit of
Not
protection.
too bad. They keep doing extra like
Leviathan, the
smokes
shock
to
dart
get them
decent,
out.
The plant could be
In
secured.
smoke to get them out, cage to
Although,
get them out.
Trace are very
Yeah.
quick to break all the
Wall
utilities.
does get broken
Door
over
open,
towards door
barrier
though, so
gone.
they
Door's
only just get
mostly
over towards
broken,
site. It's
not
gonna be very
quite
hard,
fully,
man.
And they're on the run from
We
this
got ult that can
annihilation.
buy us a little bit of
They should
time.
be.
Oh no! It's going to be the catch. I don't know if they have time
I mean,
to
he's
break
dead,
it. They
no,
should,
he's
but it
dead
doesn't
no matter
matter.
what. Yeah, and
All
this trip
too
might be
easy.
the one.
The sensors.
Tom has his
Gonna
recon
catch
as
them
well.
as they
Can do
look
it
to
off of the
make
sound
their
of the
way
trip
back into
going.
the site. Kai, though, he's gone from operator to Odin and somehow made it work. Back to the operator again. I don't know what that was. That was maybe
yeah, he's
the
switching
greatest
guns out
juggling
here,
we've
gun
ever
game.
seen. If that was an outlaw, Mitch would be on the floor.
Dude, Kai's awesome, man.
Gorgeous, Tom. Do you know what? I love it when someone swaps out the big expensive gun for the big, quite also expensive gun. They
I don't know what happened to Comms Recon.
That's a mark against their good name.
I saw it on the roof, but I don't think it was like far enough. I think it's a recon for like them
shot.
actually going out over towards site. Dude, I think they've done a lot of research, man.
Manages to take down Bianchi. That didn't slow them at all. They knew
Dude, he
there was
picked
someone
up
down
that, gets
below,
the
and Kai
spam, and
was
goes back
hunting
to
them
this.
down relentlessly, runs
Oh
the ammo
mate,
dry,
this
and
guy's a
goes
beast, and he
straight
gets
back in
info
for
on
more.
that other guy.
That is a
Awesome.
confident player if ever I've seen one. 3-2. Leviathan have at least some credits to fall back on. It's not going to be easy here. Light shields across the board, and early on a ton of information for Trace.
To bait this guy's peek
playing
out.
a risky game against
And
this
this guy's got to
operator,
send
and the
it
flash is
because his
good,
mate's
but the shot lands
crouched.
for King.
Yeah, so he decides to flash
It leaves
swing
them
it.
with a disadvantage, but also
Yeah, level take that
it
though
doesn't
all
look
day.
like Leviathan are going to overface this one.
Right.
They're happy
looking
to
at the
just
money
take
here.
that control. Even have a sensor available to set up King if he needs it. And the rest of the team are going to go pushing around the other side of the map. And you can see the defense.
Wait, was that King that got the kill?
fully
Wait, really?
rotated already.
I thought that was the other
Leaving
guy.
Just Low King over on a short. He might be the one that's going to come under some serious pressure here. Although, as said, Leviathan after
But the
getting
replay of
man
that could be
advantage,
incredible.
Very comfortable to just feel out the map.
That's exactly what they're doing. The A site will be their ultimate target. You can already see the rotation from Recon online.
They're picking the right side on this one.
Essential part of how they take this A site. Recon up, dash in, try to get Aspas the opportunity to take a kill from inside his cloudburst while they're being revealed.
Left.
I think we're going to see much the same this time. Smoke for left. Nice shot by Law King, though. He's kept control over short. The reveal will give them all the info. There's no one here. A site wide open. Oh, but the flank!
I respect this from
expected.
Low King. He
That's a
insta
massive
TP'd as
oversight
well.
from
He insta
Leviathan.
TP'd. He was maybe here a little bit
Double-shrouded
earlier than they
step
thought.
up the top of mid, so didn't make
Bring
the
so
step
much
noises.
pressure, man.
And I don't know if that just completely caught Cobb off guard, or maybe he was just tunnel visioned in. But now they're going to try and fight more aggressively. There's 3 players. Blade Storm activated. Mazzino, again, we've seen this so many times. That stun causing issues.
Whoa.
Over the top.
Oh,
Goes
he's a
Kai, and then
beast,
the
man.
trade
He
is
did
there
so
as
good.
well
They got so
Mazzino.
much space from it.
Fighting 1 versus 3. He knows where they're defusing. He's trying to catch him with the spam, but it's not accurate. It's not on. He's not getting anything. He's defusing right in
Oh
front
my
of
god,
him.
they're
And
sick,
Bianca's
dude.
even
Hey,
there to
shout out to
close
Low
the
King
round.
here, bro. That was
We're
really
seeing
well played.
ludicrous play after ludicrous play. Give me those TPs.
Dude,
Give me the
4v5,
TPs of him just
he
going
wins
up
the
top
1v1
mid.
over towards short. Insta TPs down to top mid as well, so that Com doesn't expect
Takes
him
some
close.
gold to just shrouded steps
His reactions
straight
here
through.
were so good.
Here he
Like
is,
Com was
finding
just
the
so
kill.
confident that he was
Literally
going back
just,
over
yeah,
towards
used
site.
2 shrouded steps. You can see he's got no.
Or like over
line
towards
just to get
short.
to top mid.
Sprinted through.
No, he didn't sprint.
He didn't sprint. He stepped.
But you can understand why. You can understand why you'd just be fooled by such an aggressive play.
Yankee rattling off those Odin shots as well, sectioning players and taking them down in the end. Leviathan have called it timeout.
Pings, yeah, no
This
pings
half
once he smoked off
certainly
as
hasn't
well.
gone as they
No
wanted. That didn't
left,
stop
right,
them from
no
taking
nothing.
the previous map. But here on Ascent, Tom, you were telling me earlier, Trace, they don't really know what defeat tastes like, do they?
No, the closest game they've had has been facing off against Vitality. This is the one map where they've consistently been able to best FPX. I don't think they've not played it versus EDG, so they'll tell you what you like. Maybe that would have been a different story. But other than that, they are 6-0 for the year, 5-0 for
Damien doing the best replay operators.
even though
The,
it was incredibly close.
When
versus
are they flying
Vitality.
out?
This
Said
is
in
where they
chat.
win, but the same can be said. If you go over, not the whole year. There's been
I think like
2
the 12th or something,
incredibly
or like the
close
10th.
defeats
We get it later
back
on.
in stage 1 for Leviathan.
Playoffs, yeah, it might be
That
for
kind
playoffs.
of
Might be a little bit
paints a
before.
picture that they're kind of good, because since then they dominated G2
Yeah,
last time
replay
out.
should be pretty good soon.
And I think
Like the
as we've
EMEA,
seen
the
throughout, they were
EMEA
5-1
production
down in the
replay guys
last
are just
map.
incredible on both of them.
pause taken in the half 7-5. So let's not even get close to counting them out just yet.
Andy's for playoffs. Okay, 12th. Right, not too long.
Barriers back up. Post pause for Leviathan. They've been picking up rounds most of the time. Here on the attack, they look to close the gap, but it's pistols
I must wait a
and
moment.
SMGs. And they need to be very cautious. Bianca, hungry for a battle, waiting for contact, but soon he's going to run out of patience. And
is he going to melt them?
They're all here. He hears the drone go out, and now the spams, but the Sheriff's on the other side.
It's kind of
forcing him back.
like Lev
There's
got
the
away with it
reveal,
a little
they're
bit.
safe behind the box. Shock darts about to be sent through. But the close one almost takes down Aspas. 15 HP. Bianca not even checked on the way in, but Tex is able to drop him. Aspas on 15 isn't dead.
Yeah, instant Omen ult to back of the site here.
They need to be very cautious about the amount of damage.
You're looking a little bit scary, to be honest with Trace here. I feel like Lev have done good to get it into this position. Not sure it should have ever got to this position.
Firing off shots. King joins him. 1 versus 2. Winnable.
Okay.
Kai saves the day.
Still kind of scary.
But another round for Trace.
Yeah, decent damage, and they had to bait out the Omen ult as well, just to enforce the back of the site. Even still, though, no real trouble economically for Trace.
Yeah, their money's outrageous.
There. Annihilation available for
and we get into a big buy rounds, because obviously Lev, if they lose this, have the eco again, low buy, and they're up against like the
after the last round,
you would say the 3 best ults for sure in this comp.
I don't really blame Leviathan for going, all right, let's run it back with guns.
Why not? Get the counter spam in the Odin. And listen, if anyone knows about this, it is Calm. Captured my heart early on this map. The further back position from Bianca.
Good damage though. Aspas already down to 50.
I think Aspas is getting pretty tired
Killjoy
of having an low HP. And now with the rifles, it's even worse. Lockdown used.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to do it off as some kind of.
Usually you'll see this even in retakes, but they're using it just to stop these players from pushing out. And then the Hunter's Fury catches them on the way back. This was the plan all along.
Oh my god, Aspas is like floating on top as well. Push them into the op. He's still going forwards.
He's swinging out. He's going wide, and oh, he's in danger.
He's alive, and he tagged him through the wall.
There's so much damage done, even to Com. Left on 49
Bro, they're incredible
HP,
in this map.
The goal was to force them back. The goal was to push them into Kai. The Hunter's Fury even utilized seemingly as a bonus. This time, though,
hold up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Chill.
Now he's going to use that Annihilation.
It just got crazy interesting because this guy back at site needs to do a lot now, but they're so low that he could just clean them up.
First goes his way, but he takes a lot of damage. The spray's not pretty.
Zeno is a lunatic, but he might have won him with that jump.
From the brink of
51 HP, 40 HP.
Presented itself to Leviathan at the hands of Mazino.
He's trying to wall bang with the operator, and Heybei's wall banging with the Phantom. Caught the kills and left Tex all alone. 51 HP. A 1 versus 2. Kai is at least low, but Heybei has been consistent. He might be able to isolate a fight, but in fact, he's the one that's isolated. Dropped by the operator.
I mean, they had a good understanding of how important the round was. Double ults into it. Lev got the plant that might help with their buy.
Credits decently low.
I think this guy is very quickly going to become one of the most fearsome players in the game. Like, which says a lot when you're in the same region. This guy can. It really does, but there's a reason that I was excited to see this Jet battle after a couple of maps. Bear in mind, he goes from playing a Cypher, playing super passive, like having these defensive setups, looking for basically, oh, this trip's going to catch someone in. And then I'm going to basically that.
And they're out
I'm
here force buying.
When I'm low on HP.
Plan is to get this orb to make sure that they can get knives.
Now Aspas is only going this round, get the orb. And hopefully not from being shot, because otherwise he's not going to have the Blade Storm for this round.
Well, there's Aspas. Blade Storm online. Rifles for the rest. It should be a relatively close round in terms of packing a punch. But again, avoiding Kai. A big part of the early game. Odin still spraying away over towards B.
They hear a little bit over towards middle. These guys from short.
Leviathan plan to bypass all of this. Aspas is definitely making some space.
They got to be careful. You would imagine this is the round where Heybei uses his ult, because ult will cancel ult.
Yeah, they're trying to bait a rotation. It's possible that they have.
Yeah, as soon as Kai takes a shot, I'm strongly imagine Heibei pops his ult, but he's maybe a little bit too committed for my liking.
No command is
Oh,
available.
the knife. Oh, the knife. It's so good, bro. Yeah, and as soon as it hits the jet, he's like, well, I'm popping ult now. And that is an incredible flash.
Heibei goes out. Already, they know all the information. They haven't spotted Low King either. And now it leaves everything onto Tex. He doesn't have a lot of time.
38.
And they know exactly where he is.
Yeah, no time anymore now.
Well, his teammate's gone. And he has closed the door with the spike on the other side. He knows he doesn't have time to win this, but... Oh, no! The 180 on a dime
And he picks up the off as well.
That actually manages the operator save as well.
That's such insult to injury, man. What even is that?
7-2. I can hardly believe my eyes here, Tom. This much of a lead this early on. We need to see Leviathan come up with an answer, and they need to come up with one fast.
Oh, the utility in this round from Heibei was everything. First things first, the knife takes away the Blade Storm. Just as they're about to entry, literally the second they're about to entry, they lose the Blade Storm. They're already committed. There's 26 seconds left. He pops the ult,
This is a nothing
makes sure
buy.
that they won't have any abilities back for pretty much the rest of the take. And then
We got
he
a
throws
hero
out Pop
gun.
Flash and takes 2 with him. It's a tough spot.
They're walking
Aspas,
into this.
because he didn't buy last round, will have a rifle in this round, and well,
That's a
who's
headshot.
surprised? Yeah, God, he's going back for a little bit more. This man
Another
has no
shot,
fear.
why not?
Even a third bite at the cherry. Has to be a bit careful here.
Yeah, they're nice and close. Pistols are going to be
Done
happy
good to
to
get around
take
the corner,
those
though.
fights. His fourth shot doesn't find its mark. He's been doing a lot of spamming.
Oh, far back on B.
Now he's
What a
at
weird
nice
round now.
safe distance. Kept himself outside of arm's reach for these weaker weapons.
I don't think Com's going to
Short,
expect 2
double
people
stacked
this
up.
close when they're
All
in
King's
spawn.
Contact.
I would imagine
Will
they
have an
go
immediate response
passive.
from Heibei.
They
Backside
hear him
B
running
being
off, so they
defended.
just swing top of
All
middle.
the way
Yeah,
to
they
Boathouse,
made so
and
much
Tom's
sound
almost
jumping up
lost his
there.
life. He goes back out. He goes and
What a
looks
weird
for
round
fight
this
with the
is.
Sheriff. It's a brave
Smoke
play.
goes
I
in,
mean, you
double
look at
block
this map,
vision,
you
Tex
would be
pushes
forgiven
through as they
thinking
try and
it's a
split
deathmatch.
over
I mean,
toward
the
B.
attackers are in defender
Like, this is
spawn
a
on
cool
both
from
sides
Lev
of
to
the
put
map.
Tex here.
They've got a
But I
lot of
also
space,
love
but
how
this is
proactive
calculated.
Trace are. They
Trace
have
know
no
they
idea
can't get
about
a
this
plan.
part of the map, so they
They're just
push
trying to
here once they see
force
that
them into
Com's
a
gone
side
away.
push where these
The
rifles
calling
can
the
have
mid
the
rounding
advantage.
here from Trace is spot on.
It's going
So
to be
good.
tough to clear. And if they are going to run it back,
Round
Yeah,
the
and they
horn.
go
to
back
be
over
now.
towards A just as they clear this.
Tex
Dude,
has
even
made it
Lev's
into
calling
the
tier is
site.
really good.
Heaven
This is just a great round
in here, and the
general
read is
from
completely
everyone.
wrong. Trace have now stacked 4 players up. Kai is the only one here. For him to go down would be atrocious, but I don't even know if they can
Oh,
clear
wait, the
this
time is
attack
nuts,
beyond
man.
scopes. Now
He
here's the
just
plan.
walked by.
Doesn't know that Tex is this close, and he's going to be dead
That's
to rights.
crazy.
That's
And now
an
he gets the
operator into
ult as
hands.
well.
This is one
That
of the
timing
best
is so
chances
unlucky.
Lev have got,
Oh,
but
what
he's
a shot though,
immediately
bro.
traded.
They're going for the op. They're running it down. Okay, they'll retrieve it as well with the smoke.
Yeah,
Com's
Com
got
just picks up the
54
op, so
HP.
they smoke
Bogdan's
over
happy.
towards short.
But we
50
need someone to
HP on
step
him.
up to the plate. A weak weapon on King. He's been good on the headshot. San, he's good again.
Shot.
That double up. Bianchi tries to pull this back. The Odin spots both players, and they'll rush onto that spike, start the defuse, put the pressure on, try to split them in two, and that's exactly what they've done. The jump up from Aspas, it's already halved, and a double swing to close it.
No way, bro. They still won it. Okay, what a sick round, though. It was a sick round from both teams. The plan from Lev, once they got over towards spawn, was pretty cool. The plan from Trace, reactively, to push middle was
That round
perfect.
had so many things that went wrong for Trace. The initial
Dude, there's so many
rotation,
things that they
the
did
misread
right, though.
After
It was
giving
awesome.
up so much control.
Just a great round to watch overall
Leviathan
from everyone.
finds space with Tex. They even kill off the superstar of Kai. And then you have this huge double coming up from King. But Bianchi just holding the line. The quick read to get back in to kill off Aspas. Moments
and you can see the
that
stress
seem
here.
to just lead to disaster for Leviathan. I said after pauses last time, that was normally when there was a turnaround. Well, they've lost 6 rounds in a row. They need the last couple.
They really do. Otherwise, the pistol, which so far has been...
Saint says, are we
they
locking
won
this in
one.
as the
Oh, they
greatest
did,
upset
they
in
did,
VAL
they did.
history
Well,
if Trace
let's-
wins?
Let's ignore
whatever.
round number 2 where they lost to.
Of course, you know,
Classics.
Trace probably
Coming
forced
first in their
right?
group?
No.
Yeah, it was all classic.
Coming first in
Pretty
the
good with
group?
those weapons. And that's a pretty scary
You think
thought
no?
moving into the next half. If it's 10-2, even a pistol win for Leviathan, they
NRG
might
Billy
lose the
Billy.
next. They need to put rounds up, and this timeout, I agree with you. It's the right time for it. But you can see those dots.
Yeah, I'm not too
underneath
sure
Trace,
about that,
they're
chat.
still colored in.
I'm not too sure
They have
about that.
felt no pressure
Because
so
people,
far
no one
in
really
this
thought
half.
NRG was going to win last
See
year's
if that
champs.
can
They weren't good
change in
enough.
the final 2 rounds.
But LEV,
Some of the
people have
last
LEV
chances
winning
for
this event.
Leviathan to recover.
It's a day of China facing off
They
against
beat them
America,
twice,
I'll
though.
be
That's
honest.
true.
I think this one was
True.
meant to be the shoe-in.
Up for debate.
It's just the one that everybody looked at and went,
LEV is not
okay,
winning champs. No, but
Leviathan are in
more people
playoffs.
think that LEV are winning
Congratulations
this
to
champs
them.
than NRG winning last champs.
The whole way through,
That's basically what I'm saying.
Trace have been competitive. Their weaker map of Sunset, they still made it close. Bind fought tooth and nail, and now they sit on Ascent, 8-2 in the lead.
Dude, Bian's just involved in all of them,
We're
man.
looking at Leviathan and
He's
saying,
the guy.
what have you got? You're America's #1. You have 2 champions winners. One looking for a repeat. And let's be honest, the rest of the players on that team are not slouches. Already, the reveal attempting to do quite a bit of damage, but there is going to be a response.
Wait, did we not get a...
While the retreat, not going to be punished.
Did we not get a tag on that?
Well, they're certainly worried about someone being up close. All the shock darts and recon sent out in this round. Leviathan have cleared that control. Paranoia, well, it's almost just to do that. Cause paranoia amongst the ranks.
Oh, but they have 3 people here at the moment.
Looking for an
3 people
advantage
here.
anyway.
They
haven't tried
heavy
this
protected the
all too
alarm bot
often.
over towards middle. They play this map
Again,
incredibly well.
The patience of Trace is showing off, shining through.
Makes me
This is one of the
nervous
first
getting
times
this
we're
low on the
seeing
clock.
20 seconds. Looks Spike
20
is mid.
seconds.
like a
Spike
KO
mid.
for a lot
They
of
haven't
these
even
rounds
broken
really would have
the
helped out
alarm bot
LEV, in
yet.
my
Now
opinion.
that's going to be the reveal.
There's a lot of rounds where it's like, honestly,
that's going to put another player in the
KO here
boathouse.
could have helped
10 seconds.
heavily.
They haven't even got
Blue
close.
King
They've got to
TP's
get
over
past
towards
an
back
Odin.
of side. They
This
got
is
5
looking
seconds to
10
plant this one.
They
We
need
got
to go
double
right
back
now,
of
and
side
they're
as
gonna
well.
get
They're gonna
slaughtered.
focus on the
It has
plant.
to be the plan. They have this happen. In fact, I think he let go. I don't know if he's going to get
Yeah,
this
he
one.
does.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't
It's
matter, bro. I'm not even
absolutely
sure he had time at all.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he didn't.
Leviathan are falling flat on their face. The #1 from Americas. Wow. They're #2 in this game.
Well, right after a pause, Tom, they get to the site with 5 seconds left and start the plant and then reposition it? There's no time. It was done. You saw the round win pop up. No one needed to defuse.
God, look
That
at the
one
shots
was
though.
done
Nice
before
shots,
it
man.
got started. That's a big mistake. That's not one you can be
they're
making
melting
this
a
deep
little
in a
bit.
series. In that round, an essential
Oh
win.
boy, and this is how we start off the round.
That's it.
Text on
They're the
9
ones with
HP.
experience on
They
this
got
stage.
2 rounds.
They're the ones with players of high caliber.
Dino has
Right
his
now,
ult.
they're the
Com
ones
picks up
looking
orb over
outclassed.
towards A main, gets his ult.
A new boy on the block in Trace. An organization coming into VCT China, coming into Champions as their first look. And right now, well, it looks like they've been here for years, looking to make their way to join some pretty impressive teams over in the playoffs. Heretics up there. Another team of youngsters.
He's so
And
good,
right now,
bro.
Kai, it doesn't even look like he needs support. He's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
go in for a little bit more. He's looking for style points
There's
at this
teammates
point.
here though. It's
That's
not even.
support from his
It's not
teammate
even
this
like an
time after a
overheat. It's
miss,
like
but
relatively
even
calculated.
still,
No
yeah,
matter
of
what,
course
it's a
he's going
trade.
back in for more. Why wouldn't he? Yet to take
Yeah,
a
no matter what,
point
it's a
of
trade.
damage.
They're
He's
all
looking
set
to
up
put
for the
a 10th
madness.
round on the board, and finally he's been
Damn,
put down.
dude,
But does it
10.
matter? Absolutely
In one pistol.
not.
They got 2 rounds and they
10
1 pistol.
rounds on the board at the half. This team, painted as the underdog, well, they are most certainly on top right now. America's #1 pushed to 3 maps, but now pushed to 10-2. We'll see if they can recover in the next half.
Wild, man. They're playing so well though. They're playing so good. LEV lose, dude. I mean, they got ecoed after, so it would only be 11-1. They got pistoled. Can you talk during the breaks? Yeah, even the coach can talk right now as well. Trace, dude, I mean, this Ascent is been pretty much perfect from them. They also for sure put a lot of work into how to play against the Deadlock. They're getting nothing from the Deadlock really. Div7 with the Prime, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 4 months. Thank you for doing that.
Half number 2. 2 rounds on the board for Leviathan. This has been a dominant display from Trace, and now they're on their attack, where I'll be honest with you, I'm even more scared of what Kai can do. He was attacking in half of those defensive rounds.
Well, let's say if some of you are just joining us, it's not a production error.
Yeah, until the until the barrier goes down, when the coaches can talk, so they can talk during this as well.
A team with high expectations and a team with none.
Or LEV have to win double pistol, everything.
A huge stepping stone for Trace. It was showing that they can make it to international tournaments.
Kai, yeah, he looks incredible, man.
PG, obviously being a regular alongside FPX and Billy, who've made it here before. For Trace, that's not been the story. It hasn't been a team that we have got to learn about in the past, a team of players that, hey, okay, Bianca, we knew him him before, but Kai is making himself known, I'd say.
Not a lot of people had this result on the board. I think maybe Artis predicted this, but yeah, double digits for Trace. I think this is a surprise, to say the least. And now, on the cusp of victory, they've won every pistol bar, the one where they won the follow-up. And it looks like we're getting into the same boat. It's Aspas immediately eliminated, and the paranoia used to save them from being pushed down.
Where's he going?
Kai has gone running straight through.
They're just on a different page, man.
A sense of normality, but with the B aggression, the site is now wide open.
He's gone rogue. At this point, I can't imagine that was the plan.
They're on a different page though.
Still,
they're like delaying,
come out with
but at the same time they want to fight, but then the one way's up.
One was off Aspas with a 3K. He had a Blade Storm.
King has
by round number 3.
King has Omen Flash.
Oh, they're gonna need a different hero to step up. King's had his moments. Fong is so far away. He's only just making his presence from behind them. Like, this is such a ridiculous lurk that I don't know if they're even going to question. He's still behind them. They've got to clear the players on the side.
I think he's probably secured it, right? Timing on this.
Than this man sneaking
Can't get
up
much
on
better
the
than
flank.
that.
A third kill up, but alongside Mazzino have done well. They've made this one competitive. They made it possible. It comes down to one,
what
and
a shot.
They've made this one work. They've got enough time to get that defusal
Yeah, what
over
a
the
shot
line
from Com.
somehow. From that position, Leviathan
Okay,
have got a lifeline.
quick reminder, double pistol on this map. 4-2 altogether.
10-3. That's now both pistols under Leviathan's belt, and well,
two of these,
No,
two of the
not
3 have
happening
been pistols so far.
you don't think
Surely
so?
they don't
No?
get fully
The
code again.
classics?
No shot.
All right.
No, there's no way. If that happens twice, we just end the streak. We just end it. We turn it
11-3,
off.
game over.
That's where it finishes.
We're going
if
home.
it happens, you know, everybody on watch parties just agrees that, no, actually, I'll get fired if I say that. All watch parties will click stop streaming.
No,
Hold
on, hold on. Don't do that.
Recon
Please
the
don't do
Lance,
that. 10-3.
yeah, this recon's kind of OP
Vanessa's down.
for clearing, because you have to obviously be out for it. The problem is it doesn't clear
Double
this
digits
corner,
on the board.
and you can survive this
They've
corner.
gone for mostly classics.
They've got one sheriff. It's not happening this time.
Wow,
that's
they're
a shame.
trolling. They're
Yeah.
throwing. The 5 classic buy, they win it. But that sheriff, it could be the curveball. But in all seriousness, yeah, Leviathan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still scared for them. So aiming pressure, this keeps 3 people here.
Hands, the full utility setup, not just from Deadlock, but from Cypher as
Has the
well.
Odin on
Camera
shore.
inside B main. They have everything waiting
camera,
for this B push.
Gravnet,
And indeed,
wing.
you can see Mazzino's got a net in his hands. The second
He's
they
also
make
gonna be
noise, that goes
spamming.
in, and you're completely stopped, which means Kai has no support. Really
Wait,
nice
did they
setup
know
by
this setup
Leviathan.
as well and they tried to dash
It was gonna be
before?
difficult.
Dude, I'm telling you, even in this, man,
Walking
they've done
into this
so
setup.
much homework on this map. They knew this was the setup. He's trying to dash on them early.
He knows his spots. Hello, King. Not really a lot of expectation. As I said, this is how these rounds are supposed to go. Com even playing the Odin. He's got to be careful. He does still have light shield, so The Sheriff from any distance will be there to finish him off, but with Aspas watching the cross, they have thought of everything. They've got every angle covered.
And King could just farm him
waiting
here.
for anybody to try and attempt the plant. And actually, they are going to get a plant.
Yeah,
enough.
free plant.
That's at least something. A few extra credits.
Yeah. For that side of
Okay,
the attack,
of course King gets
they can
no
win the
bullets
fights,
of
and as
damage.
you can see, it's not
After I said that.
misplaced confidence. The
Right.
follow-up round for
Give me that first
Leviathan.
buy.
This pistol at second
I
has
imagine
doubled up their numbers on this
these
map
get up-
so far, and Trace have hit a bit of a roadblock.
I don't even know
I will say
they're gonna
again,
try to.
Zeno, you're insane.
Honestly,
for buying the
10-4,
Ares.
they
The
probably
weapon
keep
is
them.
trash. An Ares and Odin buy in second round. Y'all got love hearts in my eyes right now, but
Attack
it's
Odin
the
comes
net
out.
as well. The fact that you have the dash and the point
Yeah,
is that
this
you
is
can
Trace's
immediately
best chance
follow
to
up with
just
the
make
other
sure they
two
get around
players. He's
here.
creating a bit of space, and they're swinging with him at least a second or two later. Not possible when that net hits them all.
Over there.
Bianca likes the odds, and he's bought one for himself. He's going to try and I would say counter, but he's not gone to B.
Yeah.
Going for the early setup. And they're walking into Zeno once again. Now bear in mind the weaponry, not the best. For LEV it would be a huge stepping stone back into the match if they can win this with the weaponry that they have. Shock darts are being utilized to clear
This is
out
nice though. Again,
a lot
they've
of their
definitely
utility. One of the
done
major things with the sensors
good
is a
amount
lot
of prep.
teams, in fact, most teams will play Jet on this map, and you go dashing
breaking the
out
sound
and you're
sensor,
immediately
creating
stunned.
pressure over towards
So the
here. They
fact
pick
that
up a
that's
knob.
removed sells an idea, but here you go.
Recon goes
I saw
over
that
towards
Odin, I was
B. They're
thinking,
gonna have
"Hey,
really good
Odin,
timing on this
bit
one.
weird. They're going back towards that B site.
Decent
Yeah, they're pretty
proposed
much going to
plan,
hit
but now the
B
call
as they're
being
going to have
made.
no
They
recon. The
know
only thing that
there's a
is
player
the big
spamming.
savior at the
They know where
moment
he
is
was,
the Odin.
But they'll be a little bit late to the party. Shift walk up. You have to put some faith in the fact that if Calm
That
starts
drone
spraying,
goes
the
in, it's
BNK
really good
can trade
timing.
it out. He's actually going to be the first one to start spraying away.
Okay, he spots numbers.
Sight
Rotate
under
comes in.
pressure.
Kill
Tex
trip, kill
inside his
trip,
cages,
camera.
Dash in. Good for Kai. He's got control on the right side. Putting pressure on. Aspas toying with the
No
idea of going
way.
through.
Recon
Only has a
or
guardian,
drone
and
over
now the
towards
door's
site and they
closed
just
on him. It's
spammed
Calm
him.
on backside. Odin in hand, and he doesn't last a second. In fact, it's Bianca to wall bang him out of the round. 5 versus 2. Looking for their 11th
They made that look
round.
easy.
And what would
Wait, they
be
made that look
another
so
nail
easy.
in Lev's coffin for sure. Putting them to bed here, and now 11-4 locked in.
But I'm hiding in corners.
Clean. A flawless round for the side of Trace. A great way to kick things off with their economy. As said, that was a weaker purchase. But just how clean
Yeah,
everything
okay, drone
is.
tag.
The utility in support. The spams as well. Actually just immediately ruined.
Dude, that's what was going down back of sight. That's so
in
dumb.
his angle. I'm fighting him back with the Odin.
2 wallbang kills as well in that round. Both of the players on B side didn't even
Right,
get to
this
see
is
a
it
player.
for
They just
Lev.
got shot straight
This
through.
is actually it.
There's no margin for error. A loss here would destroy the economy of LEV and mean they need 8 rounds in a row. The net has been dodged, and actually, they seem like they know that King's there. It's not worth the gamble, and there has been a push from the defense on the other side of the map.
On board, no armor.
Slow start to
boy.
this one. They know Annihilation is online from Zeno. An ult you definitely have to be cautious of. It's hit most of the time for either squads that it's being deployed. Barring, I think, 1 on bind. Smoke down as King runs away, concedes the space. They're beckoning them in. Once that, there you go. Once it's broken, the little barrier.
Same thing
Take a
again.
look at the sonic sensor on A
In the
side.
same
This
thing
is,
every single
like you were
time.
saying earlier,
Pressure
Tom,
over
for the
towards
dash.
A.
But Tracer making noise
Insta
there
over
and
towards
going
B.
exact
And I think
opposite
this is good, man. Like,
direction.
they're
There'll
just
be a
playing
challenge.
against the
It's gonna
deadlock
be
so
Kai
well. That
against
extra
Aspas.
little bit
This
of
could be
like
the round
reclear that
decided
you
if
have
Kai
in
goes
terms
up.
of the knife is
Down
just
the
so
middle.
pivotal.
Instead, it's
Like,
Aspas
the knife over
who
towards here can
falls
like clear this, so you
immediately.
can get information. They have no
Almost
knife.
catching them on the
Like, they can
cross.
never
And
work out where
catching
they
them on
are.
the way
And
out.
Tex is just
Tex
out
completely
trying to jump away
unaware.
from the
Annihilation goes through.
Yeah, just trying to
Well,
jump
it looks
away
like
from
one
them
of the
coming over
counter
towards
spams,
B
some
main.
utility,
Yeah.
perhaps.
They're getting
It was
completely
immediately
outplayed.
Broken, but it doesn't seem to matter. The time now starting to tick, and they are fighting back into this one, leaving it all onto King. Lockdown.
Dude, he could even put the alarm bot down if he wanted.
Site. In fact, he can get onto this one without too many problems. The
Oh,
first
shot.
shot connected. They need a little more.
Okay, they needed this big time.
Leviathan needed a hero.
Yeah, they needed it because
Only
they have
one king can
literally
wear
no
that crown.
money after that if they lose this.
stepping up when they need him the most.
They need like
Their back was most
they need
certainly against the
but they need
wall
everyone
here.
to be doing
Late
that.
play through mid, catching
Because
them off guard.
that is
Same
not
thing
convincing.
that we just saw. Working the way of Trace. And
All good. It was Chaz to the crowd. It wasn't to them. He's not waving at them. 11-5 down.
Still a long road back into this, and relying on individual performances is never going to be consistent. But they've managed to take some dangers out of the arsenal of Trace. In particular, lockdown no longer there. There won't be an easy way into the A site. Annihilation for Mazzino has fallen, but Calm back up with a Hunter's Fury. And that's an ult in his hands that you rarely see miss its mark.
Here comes that attack
King
operator. Kai is looking for this
dodge
fight
on this one, goes close over towards A, they set him up, and obviously has his ult if he wants to rotate to the back of the site.
The tail on the other side.
And
very
deal with this. Do they drone? Especially as this gets re-smoked.
The last round dropped down to a judge, but
tempted to drone that.
If anything, in some cases, it might be considered an upgrade.
Back up, Blades.
Yeah, I think they just have incredible reads no matter what.
It's a slow walk up through A short.
As soon as that second smoke went up, like short, go straight up towards short. Op gets set up, knowing that maybe when they second smoke, they always like to fight over towards A main. Drone goes deep on middle. I'm not sure that it's all the camera that's getting full info here.
See if anyone's filled in that gap. Still, it's pretty open. Bar a passive play from Calm. Orb taken. Didn't get the ult quite online, but just one away, and the shot from Kai dodges with the dash. Hunter's Fury fired through, and it's
way,
gone.
King got melted over towards A main. They got the entries.
Mazzino's gone though.
Dude, Calm has to kill two, kinda, or at least one and get out of there. Oh, bro, that's it, right?
It will be a post bomb. I don't think there's anything that can be done about that.
Yeah, they need someone to step up again.
Do a little bit of damage and some counter being put in. Kai not willing to give up this fight again. He's going to meet his opponent of Aspas and win another battle, but that Odin's still doing damage, still making this one competitive. As Tex looks to try and jump down, he's caught by utility. They know that he's done it.
This is nice from them, though. A little bit of map control.
But both
That's good.
Now sat towards the generator and a full wraparound from Kai.
Yeah, I mean, someone had to try and do something.
Tex with everything to do, and he has no
Holy,
idea that there's
we've
still
been here
another
before.
man there.
12-5.
4-5.
7 chances.
Chances for one of the greatest upsets we've ever seen.
And no matter what you thought about
dude, what a way to do it as well. Like, they've been annihilated on this map, bro.
Vitality, this, it has to be said, is a
they got 5 with double pistol
for this squad. Beating Leviathan 2-1, 2-0, that's a big accomplishment. They are grinding them down to dust here.
I was messaging good old Ryan Central, the man who watches every game of China. He's like, I think they could give them a run for their money. I think they could give them a match. But I don't think a 12-5 was over on the cards.
12-5 with double pistol, they've just annihilated them.
Three-man stack, weaponry.
Let's stay with it because, I mean, like I said, we've seen some teams lose this before.
Is the fact there's plenty here and the damage they've just done.
Kai barely holding on to his life. 8 HP, it is a lot of damage. Tex tagged low.
Yeah, why are you naming teams? That's crazy.
It's not looking great. Calm's just been wall banged down.
What?
A taste of his own medicine. Bianche's been doing this a lot here on the attack side, and the reward is massive.
The guy that is over towards Logs just has a stinger as well.
Rifle that they have to
Bro, I'm telling you that this is the best I've seen a team play against the
They've pumped the brakes. They
Deadlock
haven't moved.
stuff.
Someone's got to check it eventually. And if he does,
like every single thing that it struggles to do, they played so well against it.
Kai, but that's it. Shut down after just one. The trades not coming through for Leviathan. Tex trying
5 bullets.
5 shots and a stinger down to the classic. And the Odin spray gets him. It's all on King.
He's going to do it again.
1 versus 2. He clutched it out before and now has the Vandal to work with. Time ticking, damage done. And he's being pushed back.
Got a plan at one point.
Trying to get this kill before he has the chance to isolate the battle. The plant is that moment as he looks for the swing. Nothing connected just yet, but he's definitely tagged a little lower. Isolating these jewels is not going to be easy. They play this one together, and it seems like it's all over. King gets that first spot.
How's he meant to win this? How's he meant to win that with that setup? Damn, bro. 13-5. They annihilated them.
Last year,
Like a pure stomp.
won by EG. There was a man
Pure
who said
stomp
that
on the last map.
Americas would never
Wild.
be beaten by China. It's time to take a seat.
There were 2 kings on the server today, Tom, but it's Trace that
Dude,
seemed to have
first
a real
seed.
shot at the throne. Number 3 Chinese team